Welcome back. Our etiquette expert, Diane Gottsman, is joining us this morning. Great to have you here, Diane. Today we're going to be talking about office etiquette, but in particular etiquette during special occasions, which would be either going away parties or birthdays,
showers,
any kind of big celebrations, baby showers.
Weddings.
That's a big one. Yes.
There's all kinds of celebrations and all kinds of questions that go along with it.
So where do we start? Do we let's start with birthdays, I presume. Do we acknowledge a coworker's birthday? And if you acknowledge one coworker, does that mean you've got to acknowledge all five that are having a birthday that month? Or, I mean, imagine in 1 year.
So the question is, should you have one birthday celebration at your office, or should you have 6 during that month? If
or
there's
should you have
6
none?
people, or should you have none? And the answer is it really depends. You know, there's no real answer because it depends on your company. Number one, is there a company policy that says no office parties, which would be kind of sad, you know, if that were the case. But you might just want to have one birthday or celebration for that month, especially if it was all birthdays. So if there's 6 of you that have a birthday, or 3 of you, then there's one birthday cake or one platter of cookies or something where everybody is acknowledged.
Well, I love the idea of the cookies because sometimes that can be a little more affordable than a big sheet cake that you would buy at the grocery store at your local bakery. Speaking of affordability, who then pays for the treats? You know, sometimes we don't have, these days budgets are getting cut left and right, so we may not have the petty cash.
And it gets expensive, as you said. So, you know, wouldn't it be great in a perfect world, and many companies allow or budget for a cake every month. You know, they will say, and you know, this could be a small company, this could be a large company, so say to your boss, listen, we're going to have a celebration. Where in the budget is this covered? Do we cover it, you know, through the company, or should one of us make it? So hopefully they would cover it. If they don't, you know, there is always that one person who is the unofficial party planner, for the office.
Yes, I do.
So she or he may want to volunteer to bake the cake. Somebody else may want to make cupcakes for a month. So you could volunteer, you know, once a month. If there's 12 of you, if there's only 4 of you, you'd have to rotate around over and over again.
Yeah, at my last job, I was the person who bought the goodbye cakes, you know.
So you were the goodbye cake person.
The goodbye cake person.
Who was the birthday party?
Well, we didn't have birthday party cakes.
Wow.
We just had goodbye cakes. You know, wishing somebody a better future. You know, what have you? Yeah,
that's nice.
That's the kind of occasion that we celebrated.
You know, it really does. To have a little celebration every month, it really does build a team spirit.
Picks up morale.
It picks up morale. It gives you something to look for, because think about the person in your office, and I don't mean your office, but you know, in general, think about that person that doesn't go, that doesn't want to go. Now, if you're busy that particular month, if you're on a deadline and it happens to fall on that hour that you're celebrating, and it shouldn't be an hour, you should celebrate for 15 minutes, but during that period of time, or if they're out on a sales call, they shouldn't be expected to rush back in. But if this same person every month has the same excuse, you tend to start thinking that they're not really interested. So if you're in the office and if you have 5, 10, 15 minutes tops to spare, go ahead and spend time. Go in there and at least say happy birthday, because it shows goodwill.
So you're talking about a person who may not necessarily want to acknowledge his or her birthday?
Well, I'm actually talking about a person who doesn't go in for the celebration of somebody else. And it doesn't mean that they're an unkind person. It means that they could be an introvert. It means that they're really, really busy and they're on a deadline. They don't have to be, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. I'm just saying that the message it sends by not going consistently comes across negatively, even though it's not intentional.
Right, and some people just don't like to mix personal with professional. Right. A lot of people draw the lines, and again, it depends, I think, on the kind of office environment that you're in. In newsrooms, we really do treat them as family. I mean, I think a lot of us end up being very close because we worked so closely together.
That's right.
And put a treat in front of a newsroom. We love that kind of stuff.
And that's the point. It's a team builder. So when you can go, you should go. Now, another question that we received is, do I have to say that it's my birthday? If it's my birthday this month and I don't want anyone to acknowledge me, do I have to say? And you know, the answer to that is you don't have to say, but don't put anyone else in the office in an awkward position of having to lie for you. You know, if I know it's your birthday and you say, I don't want anybody to wish me a happy birthday, but someone says, hey, is it her birthday? I'm not, what am I going to say? So you should at least say, you know, use your discretion. If somebody asks, fine, but I don't want to celebrate. And that's okay. You can honor that.
Some people don't like their birthdays, or maybe it's coming to a certain age, and you never know with someone, especially if you don't know that person real well. Last but not least, what about baby showers? Those are real popular.
They are popular, and you know, someone is always having a baby in the office. You know, if you have a huge office, chances are at some point in time there's going to be multiple people having showers. So if there's multiple people pregnant at the same time, you might have a diaper shower if you want to have a shower at the office, or you might have one celebration. But if it's outside of the office, don't feel obligated to invite the whole entire crew, but have your invitations sent outside of the office. Don't pass them around. And again, don't ask the person not to tell, because the other person that's invited. So you're invited, I'm not. I say, what are you doing this weekend? And you feel compelled to have to lie to me because I said don't tell. You know, so just make sure that you don't put anyone in a position where they feel uncomfortable speaking the truth.
Right, so you don't hurt anybody's feelings. And I mean, it's an awkward situation when you're mixing those kind of situations together. All right, Diane Gottsman, our etiquette expert, as always, we appreciate you being here and enlightening us a little bit more.
I love being here
on office etiquette.
Thank you.